Hey guys, welcome back to another repair video with your boy Random Tall Guy. So far this Jeep has been a solid car, but right now I am noticing some play with the steering and suspension components. For example, when I'm going over a bump or when I hit a pothole, the steering wheel likes to jerk a little. And I noticed when I turn the steering wheel, it turns pretty damn quick, way quicker than usual. And after looking at my suspension components, I noticed that my steering stabilizer has a lot of play. And just by the looks of it, it looks pretty damn old. I think this is the factory one that the car came with. Now, the main job of a steering stabilizer is to reduce bump steer and to reduce the feedback that the wheels send to the steering wheel. So basically, any imperfection on the road will cause vibration to travel through the wheels, through the steering rack, through the gearbox, up the steering column, and to your steering wheel / hands. What a steering stabilizer does is absorb all the vibration and keeps the steering components from receiving all that harsh energy at one shot. Not only would it help improve the feel and steering control quality while driving, but it also will help the ball joints from getting abused for all the vibration and hits. And especially with high lifted trucks, they are known for getting def wobble from these worn down ball joints and steering components. If you have def wobble in your truck, look for the source of the wobble. Don't just replace the steering stabilizer because that would not fix it. A lot of people believe that a steering stabilizer will fix def wobble, when in reality it doesn't do anything besides make the wobbles less noticeable, which is pretty dangerous because eventually something's gonna snap or something's gonna break, and that's gonna cause way more issues. Alright, let's get started removing the steering stabilizer. The first thing you want to do is remove the bolt right here that connects the stabilizer to the steering rack. All you're going to need is a 13/16 socket and a ratchet. Alright, and this bolt is pretty damn tight, so I'm going to use a ratchet with a cheetah bar. And most likely the stabilizer, once you remove the bolt, the stabilizer is still going to be stuck on the steering rack. So the easiest way to remove it, what I recommend is installing the nut back on the stud and just make sure that it's flush with the stud and go ahead and whack with a hammer or a mallet. Unfortunately, this didn't work for me. It looks like it's pretty seized in there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use a ball joint puller. I have enough surface area on this bar for me to put a ball joint puller. And I'm just gonna go ahead and simply turn it and see if it comes out. Once you get it out, you can go ahead and remove the other bolt. Now the other bolt is a bit more complicated because you're gonna have a nut on the other side, and it's pretty tight on the other side, so you want to use like a wrench on the other side as you hold the nut while you turn the bolt. And after a few turns, you can the nut should come out. And you can go ahead and use a flathead screwdriver, and you can go ahead and just pry it out. Alright, once you got the stabilizer out, you can go ahead and compare the new one with the old one. And just make sure they're the same size, make sure you have the correct bolts that you're going to install, and make sure that everything looks exactly the same. Alright, and then you can go ahead and install the new washer and the new bolt to the stabilizer, and just definitely make sure that you use grease on the bolt surface that touches the bushing. Alright, and the installation is simple, it's just a reverse process. We're going to go ahead and first install the bottom bolt for the stabilizer. Just make sure that you have the nut on the other side because there's a bolt and a nut that goes there. And you're not going to fully tighten it, you're just going to make it snug for now. And we can go ahead and move on to the top. Once all the bolts are tightened, you are basically done. I'm gonna go ahead and just give a good clean to the stabilizer to remove any grease stains off of it. We are done. This should definitely improve the quality of your steering and driving. It should help out with the with bump steering, and it should definitely help with keeping your ball joints in good condition. If you find the video helpful, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. If you want to see more video on this car, let me know down in the comments. And as always, guys, stay safe.